All right, in the last video, I talked about showing some different research on, areas of the brain that are underconnected in some of these kids and areas of the brain that are overconnected in some of these kids. And it's not just, I want to make sure that I lay this out here really well and understandable, is because there's areas that are underconnected, but also I want you to remember there's areas that are overconnected, and those overconnectivities are a gift. Like those kids that have overconnectivity in certain areas of their brain have an unreal or amazing ability to use their brains in ways that I would never have the ability to do. So like this is where we start seeing these savant syndromes in kids, or what Dr. Asperger's himself, what he called his little professors, is these areas of overconnectivity make them see the world differently, which isn't bad. Makes them see the world in, they can learn numbers, they can learn letters at extremely high rates. Like, for example, we have my videographer, Dylan, his son, Parker, who you may have seen a lot of his videos, at like 2.5, he was able to spell out words completely. He was able to count to 1,000, which for a 2.5-year-old is unreal. He couldn't speak at that point. Now he can, because we've got enough connectivity in the right side of his brain. Now he can start linking those together. But just because there's underconnectivity and overconnectivity, I don't want you to think of, well, these things can't develop, because that underconnectivity, we can get more plasticity, we can get more connectivity with the right activities, right exercises. But always remember, in that overconnected area, that's not always a bad thing. That brings some extreme abilities. Like, for example, a lot of these kids have perfect pitch. A lot of these kids know how to talk, they know how to speak, they know how to read, but they may not be able to get the words out to do it. And so a lot of these areas that are overconnected is a massive, massive gift. And our only goal here is to get those other areas functioning more efficiently, firing more efficiently, so these gifts can come out, so you can see these gifts in your own child. And that's what we see all the time, is as we get the brain functioning more efficiently, a lot of these profound abilities start to present themselves. So like in Parker's case, for example, before he came to us, he wasn't interested in playing with anything. He wouldn't pick up blocks. He wouldn't do anything like that. But within the weeks after being here, he started picking up blocks and spelling things out, like full words, at 2.5. And now they can start to see, oh my gosh, he knows so much. He picked up on so many different things at such a high advanced rate but he just couldn't get it out. So always remembering, like, I'm presenting some of this research, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. And, it says typical and atypical, but atypical isn't bad. No one's typical. No one has the exact same brain. And looking at some of these things as, well, these aren't a burden, they're a gift. We're just trying to get some of these other areas connected at a little bit better rate so we can see those gifts in these kids. And I want to make sure that I do a video over that, explaining that in a little bit more detail, because, a lot of people could watch that last video and go, oh my gosh, my kid is doomed. But that's really not the case at all. They have extreme abilities that we want to help them bring out. So hope that helps you guys. See you in the next video.
Do it again, do it again.
Are you going this time?
Yes. Oh, good job. 3. One, 2, 3.
You want to see your fingers? Good job!
Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. To learn more or to schedule an intensive or anything with my team, there's a link below. Just go ahead and click that and that'll get you to the right spot. Have an awesome day.